Obviously, this video is going to be a little off topic from what we mainly cover on the channel, which is revolved around Reddit Online as well as Grand Theft Auto Online and video games in general. But I wanted to mention it because it was an official message from the developer of the top two games I cover on the channel, Rockstar Games. And my thoughts on what the employees at Rockstar are going through, as well as what we're all going through. And you, my viewers, subscribers, fans, members, mods. So it's a little off topic than what we usually post content-wise on the channel. So Rockstar tweeted this out on Sunday. Message from Rockstar Games. In the interest of reducing the possible impact of the bug, Rockstar Games has implemented work-from-home policies across the international offices and studios after significant research and consultation with their teams around the world. They began rolling out remote work solutions worldwide across the past week and are confident that a robust system in place with their teams will continue their work at minimum of disruption. Their online games will continue to operate as usual, and all support teams will remain available for our players. The health and safety of our employees and their families remains our top priority, and we will continue to adapt our practices to the situation as it evolves. Rockstar appreciates our patience and understanding and wish you and your families the best of health during this unusual time. Thank you, Rockstar Games team. And the outpouring of support has been overwhelming. Of course, there have been a few a-holes on Twitter. It's Twitter. I mean, what do you expect? There's always going to be some on Twitter that have, lovely comments. In fact, I had to block somebody that wished ill will upon the staff of Rockstar Games because of the issues in Reddit Online. Look, we're all frustrated with the issues in Reddit Online, but it's a video game. As much as we love these video games, the health and safety of the employees at Rockstar and their families and their friends is what matters here. And I wish all of them, all the employees, the entire staff, and their families, and their friends, and their loved ones, that they stay safe during these times. And I extend that wish to all of my viewers, subscribers, fans, members. It is unfortunate that a few of the comments, like I mentioned one in particular, who I blocked, and I'm not going to give them any further attention because I don't feel like that merits any attention. It's sad that you see people that, because they're frustrated at a video game, and a lot of us are, you would wish ill will upon these people. I mean, that is a pretty shitty thing to say. But that's Twitter for you, unfortunately. It's one of the reasons why, for the most part, I choose to stay away from Twitter and use it mostly just to notify followers about live streams and content. There are good people on Twitter, but there's also a lot of toxicity. And I feel like we have lost our humanity in the council culture and all this nonsense going on. But at the same time, this event that is happening across the world is bringing out the best, and it's also bringing out the worst in people. And a couple people in the community tab of my channel, El Davo, stay healthy, everyone. Here in Germany, all the schools are on lockdown for at least 5 weeks. I see the feel. Wish my job would do the same. Yeah, I wish more companies were doing what Rockstar and others were doing, putting the safety of their employees first and foremost. And see, Lord says, computers makes the quarantine bearable. Yeah, I mean, it's very tragic that this is occurring and that over 5,000 people have already lost their lives. However, we do live in an age of reason, of modern science and health, despite the toxicity in social media and the council culture and all that nonsense. And as long as you take the proper precautions, most of us will get through this okay. It's sad that the elderly are at most affected, as well as the young and those that already have immunity health issues. Those are the ones at the greatest risk when it comes to the bug. And personally, I am concerned not for myself, but for all of you, as I've mentioned already. And I'm also concerned for my youngest sister. She and her husband are about to have their first son in a few weeks from now, actually. And I was going to go visit them whenever the kit was born in a few weeks, probably around the first week in April or the last week in March, not too long now. And obviously they're concerned. I mean, they run a small business and businesses are being affected by this. You know, the economy is going to take a serious hit because of the whole thing. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of expecting mothers and newborns are in the crosshairs. They're at great risk of this disease. My sister included, and my upcoming nephew. So I am concerned about them, their well-being, as well as her and her husband's business. But obviously, more importantly, it's their kid that's at potential risk. And, newborns are being born all the time. And them, along with the elderly, are at the greatest risks. So their concern is my concern, And I share it with them. I share your concerns. But at the same time, as I've been talking about the past few days during the live streams, it's not just the bug that we have to be concerned about. There's also something else that's quite contagious, and that's the fear, the panic, the paranoia that's spreading. You see it on the store shelves. I've seen it firsthand. I've gone to the stores over the past few days to pick up some basic items, and shelves are empty. People are grabbing all the toilet paper, grabbing all the hand sanitizer. People are freaking out. And it's okay to be a little paranoid and to prepare and to be concerned and worried, but I feel like this is bringing out the best, and at the same time, it's bringing out the worst in people. And that is extremely concerning, in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, this is nothing new. We've had epidemics throughout our history. Like over 100 years ago, we had the infamous Spanish flu that wiped out millions of people. We've had various other scares over the past decade. And it is something that we have to be very aware of and very concerned about. And you can see it's affecting the entire globe. It started in China and it's spreading worldwide to Africa, to Europe, to South America, to North America, to the UK, to Ireland. Almost every corner of the planet now is affected by this bug. And what it really comes down to is, taking the personal precautions in order to make sure that you and your loved ones are safe. And that is maintaining good hygiene, washing your hands. Yes, I know it's airborne. And I'm going to leave this map below in the description section if any of you are interested in looking at it as well, just to get an idea of what's happening worldwide. And obviously, throughout the world, a lot of things have been shut down, from events like E3, for example. You've had concerts. You've had other things like South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, which is quite popular. Coachella, I think that was shut down. You have President Trump having flights canceled from Europe and now Ireland and the UK. And other countries are doing the same thing. They're closing off their borders. Stores are closing. Restaurants are closing. Businesses are doing their best to either A, make it to where their employees can work from home, thanks to the internet and, with computers. A lot of people are able to do that now. Not everybody. And for those that are affected, to self-quarantine. You also have like a lot of resort parks, like the Disney World parks across the world, from California, Florida, and all the way out to Asia. They're closed right now. And so I do think that a lot of countries, including my own, was slow to respond to this, but they are responding. And it's basically caught the world by storm. But fortunately, like I mentioned, I feel like that since we do live in a modern age of health and science and understanding, and that apparently, according to the experts, this is not as bad as, say, the common flu, which is bad enough. I mean, that does kill people. And I had the flu back in, I think, 2005, and it's no joke. The flu is absolutely no joke. But, this is no joke either. And anyone that is making light of the number, right now it's over 6,000 deaths at the recording of this video, and total recovered 75,000. So that's promising. 75,000 people have recovered. Total confirmed 162,000 throughout the world. And it's only going to continue to get worse and worse. It's pretty bad in Washington State right now. I hear New York State's being hit. The UK, like Italy's really bad at the moment. Iran as well, and elsewhere. And, my heart really goes out to everybody across the world during these trying times. And it's times like these that can bring us together as a civilization and bring out the best in us. It can also bring out the worst. And that's one thing we all have to be mindful of, is to try to remain calm and optimistic and get through this together. Even though it's airborne, we can survive. If you maintain good hygiene and you're drinking plenty of fluids, you have your immunity up, like plenty of vitamin C, vitamin T, elsewhere, you should be okay. And I sincerely hope that you all will be okay, as well as your friends, your families, your loved ones, and everybody affected. Sadly, unfortunately, statistically, before it's all said and done, there will be those that will be affected from one way to the other. Whether you know somebody that got infected, or you yourself get infected, hopefully not, but unfortunately that's the way it is. But even for those of us that do end up getting infected, hopefully most of us will pull through. And if you remain calm and optimistic and hopeful, then hopefully you'll be okay. And like my friend Red, he's concerned for his girlfriend because she has an immunity issue. I'm concerned for my sister and her, soon-to-be born son. I'm concerned for all of you. And I hope you all take the proper precautions. I hope that you all maintain good quality health. I have a lot of friends in Ireland and the UK. I'm worried about them. I'm worried about a lot of you in Europe and elsewhere. So just try to stay safe and do your best. And, that's all we can do. And hopefully we'll all get through this. And hopefully by the end of the day, once this passes, and it will pass, hopefully the death rate will be at a minimum and the majority of the population worldwide will recover. And right now, the health industry, the health, like CDC, other health departments throughout the world and agencies are working around the clock, trying desperately to come up with a cure to this virus. And I got to applaud all the men and women that are in the medical field right now. And I know I have some that are in my community that are also nurses, maybe even some doctors out there. And I applaud you. I thank you so much for the hard work you are doing right now. The first responders as well. You really are on the front line when it comes to this crisis that the entire world faces. And you are very courageous because you put yourself at great risk. And by doing so, you will ensure that many others hopefully will survive this. And hopefully you will as well. But yeah, just remember that there are a lot of panic happening, a lot of fear, which is understandable. Well, we can't allow that fear to control us. And, the store shelves will eventually fill back up. And when all this is said and done, unfortunately, the economy is going to take a hit. It probably already has. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But hopefully, when it comes to lives, hopefully we will be able to minimize the amount of life lost thanks to modern health and science. We can only hope. But once again, my thoughts are out there with everybody, including all the employees at Rockstar Games. This has nothing to do with our issues with Red Dead Online or Grand Theft Auto Online. That we're going to just put aside right now and focus on what's really important. What really is important is the health and well-being of everybody. The employees at Rockstar Games, as well as the health and well-being of all of you, my awesome viewers, subscribers, fans, mods, members, as well as my own family and friends. And I know that, nerves are strained right now, and a lot of us are just worrying about, some of you are worried about your own health, and a lot of us are worried about the health of others that matter to us, those that we genuinely care about. And we just have to hope that we'll all make it through this. I have, my grandfather, he's in his 90s, my mom's dad, and then my dad's mom, she's also in her 90s. So, they're also in the crosshairs for when it comes to this bug. And so I'm concerned about them as well. But hopefully we'll all get through this. And by the way, I am not going to monetize this video. It's completely demonetized. So I'm not going to make a penny off this video. Just want to let you know that. The main reason why I made the video was twofold. A, because, the Rockstar official announcement. Since I covered things Rockstar on this channel, I felt like it was important to do so. Plus, I also wanted to share my thoughts, my views, and opinions and concerns regarding what's happening, not just with the bug itself, but with the fear, the paranoia, the potential panic that's happening, as well as the global economic impact that could follow, which is going to be very, very concerning down the road. But hopefully we will get through this. We've been through a lot in our civilization and our history, ups and downs, and many past generations have endured worse, and we're still standing. And hopefully we will make it past this latest pandemic that's happening worldwide. But once again, not to sound like a broken record, but I hope you all will stay safe and you will maintain good health and hygiene. And if you think that you are infected, please self-quarantine. Try not to infect anybody else. I know it's airborne, and I know most of you would not do that intentionally, but if you feel like you might be, I know that they're trying to get tests out there, and everybody's trying to get tested. It's going to take a while to get everybody tested. But just take the proper precautions, A, to try to not get sick or infected and make sure your loved ones and family and friends don't get sick. And B, if you happen to be like, Tom Hanks and his wife and others that are ill right now, do the right thing, self-quarantine. Fortunately, in this day and age, we do have a lot of things at our disposal to keep ourselves entertained and hopefully our minds off of this pandemic. And like, books, comics, TV shows, movies, streaming services, as well as YouTube with live streams and content. And, there's plenty of content on my channel, plenty of past playlists from various other games, not just Grand Theft Auto Online or Red Dead Online. If you feel bored, you want to go back and watch me try to play Batman or Ghostbusters or some Skyrim or Mafia 3 or Mafia 2 or even Mafia City of Lost Heaven, because I also got a lot of Mafia content. Feel free to do so. And I may even consider doing a few more live streams this week for those of you that are home from school or home from work that have nothing else going on. So we may consider doing that as well, just to do some extra live streams, along with the weekend Red Dead Online streams Saturday and Sunday. By the way, we do have the 6-year anniversary of the channel coming up on Friday, March 20th. We'll be streaming that hopefully on Friday if all goes according to plan. So that should be a lot of fun. We're going to be going back to where it began, Grand Theft Auto Online on the 360. Hopefully that will be very entertaining and a lot of fun for all of us. So anyways, I do appreciate all of you taking the time, as always, to watch my content as well as my live streams. It means a great deal to me. You all matter to me, even if I've never talked to you before, even if you're just one of my lurkers. You mean a great deal to me because you take time out of your life to spend it with me. And I sincerely hope that you all will stay safe. All the Rockstar employees out there. And if you happen to be a Rockstar employee, despite my rants, despite my issues with Red Dead Online, I still love you guys and girls. I still love the work you do. And, there are obviously more important things in video games. They're entertaining, they're fun, they're great escapism, they bring a lot of people together. But real life is obviously way more important. So to all those of you at Rockstar Games, your friends, your families, as well as all of my viewers, subscribers, fans, lurkers, mods, members, and your friends, your family, your loved ones, as well as my friends, my family, and my loved ones. I wish you all the best and to stay safe during these trying times. And let me know below in the comment section, besides Red Dead Online and Grand Theft Auto Online, is there any games that you'd like me to stream or go back and revisit that I haven't played in a while, during this ordeal, if we're going to do some extra live streams? Feel free and let me know what additional games you'd like to see me stream besides Red Dead Online and Grand Theft Auto Online throughout this ordeal below in the comments section.